Well, what do we have here? Representative Summerlee, I introduced the motion to subpoena the Epstein files. We got the votes. Today we got the subpoena. Well, I mean, we knew that this was coming, right? Through the House Oversight Committee, and Summerlee is a part of that committee specifically, right? So I guess it's both Democrats and Republicans in that specific committee are going along and saying, like, you know what? Maybe we should get some information on the Epstein files. We should do a subpoena of those because it seems like the Republicans are hiding that for some reason. Well, more specifically, Trump and the GOP, like the Department of Justice, seem to be fucking hiding that. I'm very surprised that James Comer, who I believe is the current head of the Oversight Committee, is seemingly going along with this. We've seen the clip before about Tim Burchett saying, like, yeah, we're just doing this because we know she's a liar. She can't be trusted. We're just trying to do this to, like, curtail her fucking sentence and just be, like, done with this. He just, like, admitted that on camera to a reporter for some reason. So I guess he's just going along with it for the sake of politics or some shit. Who the fuck knows, to be honest. It's just really, really fucking wild to see that we've gotten to this fucking point. They're going to eventually figure out what the fuck is going on in those fucking files. Because keep in mind, Pam Bondi, since February, she has said before, it's like, I have the files on my desk and we're going to release them as soon as we can. They do the phase 1 release. It was just like completely fucking redacted. It was just a complete LARP shit show fest for a Republican influencer, do like a little fucking song and dance, do like a little jig to be like, look at this, we got the Epstein files. Whoa, Epstein files. Ah, whoa, crazy. Whoa. And it was just complete not, like, there was just like nothing there because everything was fucking redacted. It was all just complete black bars. And then with the Wall Street Journal dropping that report saying, like, yeah, Pam Bondi told Trump in May, which was about 3 months ago, that he was in the fucking Epstein files. Because I'm going to say this again. He is in the fucking Epstein files. He's in the fucking Epstein files. We know he's in the fucking Epstein files. That being, him being, of course, Trump in this particular instance. Which is why the DOJ and Trump specifically are trying to do everything possible now to make sure that the Epstein files do not get released to the public. Because, again, he's in the files. And he's just like, oh, fuck. Well, I don't want anyone to know about anything that I did with Jeffrey Epstein. Because more than likely he's either complicit with fucking helping Epstein sex traffic people, or maybe, just maybe, went to the fucking goddamn island. He's been on the Lolita Express multiple times. We know this. So, what? The DOJ has 2 weeks to release the Epstein files to the Oversight Committee. Justice must apply to everyone, no matter how rich, powerful, or well-connected they are. I believe, like, again, every Democrat's pretty much on board with releasing the fucking Epstein files at this point. And now some of the fucking Republicans are as well. It's fucking crazy. The Clintons have also been subpoenaed to testify in congressional Epstein investigation. This is a very pleasant fucking surprise to see that the Clintons are getting fucking subpoenaed. Thank fucking God. There's finally a rejection of the dumb fucking Clintonites within the fucking Democratic Party. These two sniveling fucking dipshits. This attempt at building a political fucking dynasty finally may see some fucking responsibility for their fucking actions. Thank God. Finally, that the Democrats are finally deciding to reject these two incredibly fucking unpopular motherfuckers. Well, at least that's the kind of hope and aspiration. Whatever. Former U.S. President Bill Clinton and his wife Hillary are among high-profile figures to be since legal summons from a congressional committee investigating late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Republican James Comer, chairman of the House Oversight Committee, issued a subpoena to the Clintons and 8 other individuals. Who are the other individuals in the subpoena? Who are the people in the House subpoenas? House subpoena Epstein files. Who are the people? Subpoenas Clintons and ex-officials in Epstein probe. Is this ex-officials basically? Thank you, NPR. 11 of formally issued Tuesday calls for all documents related to who are the people in the subpoena. The list includes former President Bill Clinton, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, as well as top law enforcement officials from previous administrations, including former FBI directors. Wait, Comey, Robert Mueller, and Merrick Garland and Bill Barr. That's interesting. So I guess they're subpoenaing these guys specifically because they want to just grill them over the fact, like, you've had the Epstein Files all these fucking years. Why didn't you release any of them, right? I guess that's the reason why these people are specifically being selected. If I were to take a guess. I know why the Clintons are being chosen, I think. Well, not so much Hillary. Was Hillary in the fucking Epstein list? Clinton was on the fucking list. Bill was on the fucking list. We know he was on the fucking list. He's been on the plane a lot of times and has been, I think, probably to the island, I think, multiple times, right? Like, he is definitely a fucking weirdo, sex pest, pedophile dipshit. Like, that's not ridiculous to say. Hillary? I don't know if Hillary... Was Hillary on the fucking Epstein Files? Was Hillary Clinton on the Epstein Files? I don't think so, right? I'm just gonna say that they got fucking subpoenaed. I don't know if, like, Bill Clinton was there. Was Hillary there? I'm not sure. That one I'm not 100% certain on. Who else? Who else are the other people that were on the fucking list? Maxwell got moved. DOJ has not publicized what was discussed during the meeting. That's about the, Ghislaine Maxwell interviewing, the queen of pedophiles herself, Ghislaine Maxwell. And they're not going to release any details on that, obviously. More than likely, what happened in terms of that interview, if I were to take a bet, because it was, what was the name of the fucking DOJ lawyer? Because I'm really bad with names. I forget all the time. But it was one of Trump's personal lawyers who's now part of the fucking DOJ who conducted the interview or the interrogation or whatever of Ghislaine Maxwell. More than likely to probably get a bunch of, like, names that were probably associated with Jeffrey Epstein, so Trump can just, like, make a whole big political show and stink about it to throw people off of the trail. Although, I mean, seemingly people, I guess, are starting to care less and less about it because of the fact that, well, it's just not being as prominent in the fucking news. Even though, like, again, that people should be constantly talking about how Trump was in the fucking Epstein Files. He's in the fucking Epstein Files. He's in the fucking files. GOG record risks a potential clash between Congress and the White House. I'm sure. President Trump has attempted to curb mounting frustration from his base, calls for additional transparency following a release of a DOJ memo announcing there was no evidence of the alleged client list. Yeah, that's why people started getting pissed. Pam Bondi said that there is no evidence, that there's no client list. Same with Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, that there was no alleged client list. They're lying, obviously. Do you really think that an information broker like Jeffrey Epstein, whose purpose is to just have a bunch of information on people, would not have a fucking client list? Yeah, right. Okay, don't spare me the fucking bullshit. Spare me it. Committee is seeking information about Epstein's history after Donald Trump's administration decided against releasing more federal files on the dead financier. That decision sparked outrage among Trump supporters and some Democrats who refused to accept the Justice Department's statement that there was no incriminating client list in the Epstein Files, which, again, at this point, specifically with the Wall Street Journal report, disagrees with this, right? They said that Pam Bondi, when she saw the list, saw his name pop up multiple times, literally said to Trump himself, like, sir, you're in the Epstein Files. You are in there multiple times. And, well, Trump's just like, well, now we definitely can't fucking release that shit to the public. That's never gonna make the light of day, folks. Let me tell you, you're never gonna see the Epstein Files. And, well, that's exactly what's fucking happening there. Amid a rift between Trump and some of his supporters on Epstein, the committee made up of both Democrats and Republicans recently voted to issue the subpoenas. The panel has also subpoenaed the Justice Department itself for records related to Epstein. Ah, okay. So they're also trying to get Pam Bondi to release the actual files themselves. I wonder if they are. I don't remember. Is the FBI a part of the Department of Justice? Is it? Uh, are they a part of the Department of Justice? Is the FBI a part of the Department of Justice? I don't remember. Yes, it is. It is a part of the Department of Justice. So what? They probably got like Dan Bongino, Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, probably those guys, right? Because they've made public statements saying like there is no fucking Epstein files. So I get the House Oversight Committee's just like, um, we'd like to call that, we'd like to call on that one, to be honest, because we don't fucking believe you, because I don't also believe them either. Lawyers for Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's associate, who is currently serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking, had indicated she was willing to testify before the powerful investigatory committee with strict legal protections, which they mostly didn't really agree to. Her scheduled August 11th deposition was postponed indefinitely. Yep, we saw that. They're trying to fucking cover the shit up, partially, but whatever. Bit of a shit show. Epstein legal saga has spanned 2 decades, with Florida police and the Federal Bureau of Investigation first scrutinizing the well-connected tycoon for allegations of sexual abuse in the early 2000s. Comer wrote in letters to each person that the committee must conduct oversight of the federal government's enforcement of sex trafficking laws, generally and specifically its handling of the investigation and prosecution of Mr. Epstein, said Maxwell. He also indicated that depositions will start this month and run through the autumn, with Bill Clinton scheduled for October 14th. Well, that's going to take a long time. Oh, here's the fucking goddamn... Nice. Okay, we have the full list of people subpoenaed. So, former Attorney Generals Merrick Garland, Loretta Lynch, Eric Holder, Alberto Gonzalez were summoned, along with Jeff Sessions and William Barr, or Bill Barr, who also led the Justice Department during Trump's first term. Former FBI's directors, James Comey and Robert Mueller, were also sent subpoenas. So basically, yeah, they're just getting all of the previous administrations, like main heads of the fucking Justice Department and federal enforcement, police enforcement, to come to testify and being more. If I were to take a guess, like, yeah, you guys have had the Epstein Files this whole fucking time. What's going on here? Why didn't you release any of this information if you knew about it? If I were to take a guess. Clinton administration predates the Epstein investigation. Spokesperson has acknowledged that Bill Clinton has taken 4 trips with staff on Epstein's private plane, 2002-2003, and met with Epstein in New York in 2002. Clinton also visited Epstein's New York apartment around that time. Wasn't there like a raid of Epstein's apartment, right? FBI raid of Epstein apartment. But didn't that also happen not that long ago? CBS investigation of that. FBI raids Epstein's private Caribbean island. No. Jeffrey Epstein. Wasn't there like there was like a thing about his like fucking house that was like recently put out. FBI raid of Epstein New York apartment. Jeffrey Epstein will be in them. It's this. A look inside Jeffrey Epstein's Manhattan lair. That's a fucking way to put it. As a gift for Jeffrey Epstein's 63rd birthday, friends sent letters in a tribute to the wealthy financier and convicted sex offender. Several shared a common theme, recounting the dinner gatherings that Mr. Epstein regularly hosted at his palatial townhouse in Manhattan's Upper East Side. That's really fucking weird. Fucking Ehud Barak, former Prime Minister of Israel, and his wife noted the diversity of guests. Jesus Christ. Media mogul Mortimer Zuckerman. Who the fuck is Mortimer Zuckerman? I have no the fuck. Who the fuck is this? Who is this person? Editor-in-chief of U.S. News and World Report. Oh, so it's a fucking billionaire media mogul dude? Okay, yeah. Yeah, Ehud Barak. Little sussy, a little weird. Suggested ingredients for a meal that would reflect the culture of the mansion: a simple salad and whatever else would enhance Jeffrey's sexual performance. Bro. What? What the fuck, man? Director Woody Allen described how the dinners reminded him of Dracula's castle. Wait, that's my people. Hey, don't claim my fucking people. Get the fuck out of here, Woody Allen. Where Lugosi has 3 young female vampires who serve the place. Yeah, I wonder why you're saying this. Yeah, Woody Allen being racist against Romanians, you fucking bastard. What the fuck is this? Not Castle Dracula? What is this? Being neighbors, my son, wife, Sun Yi, and I were invited for dinner many times. Jeffrey lives in a vast house alone. One can picture him sleeping in damp earth. But back to the food. Dependably a fine dinner, but this was not the case. In fact, the first time we came over is a very different story. We were invited with a list of accomplished types. Men and women in journalism, in TV, even royalty. Oh, Jesus Christ. Huh. We were ushered up to the living room where everyone sat around prior to dinner being served and chatted. No drinks were served. Is this just like a testimony? A letter from Woody Allen for Mr. Epstein's 63rd birthday in 2016. 2016, okay. Really fucking weird. Mr. Epstein's prized property was no gloomy Transylvanian fortress. Spent years turning the 7-story, 21,000 square foot townhouse into a place where he could flaunt and deepen his connections to the rich and powerful, even as hints of his dark side lurk within it, according to previously undisclosed photos and documents showing how he lived in the later years. Ruled a suicide, pledged to release details of the federal investigations. They backpedaled. We all know that, right? They're backpedaling because Trump is in the Epstein Files. That's why they're backpedaling. Justice Department dispatched a top official with Ghislaine Maxwell. We talked about that already. They're just doing that to try to get, some political digs, to have a bunch of people to throw out there to distract the Trump's base from the fact that, he was in the fucking Epstein Files. That's why. MAGA luminary. Wait, at least one other MAGA luminary also visited the townhouse. Wait, Steve Bannon. Bannon was at the fucking town. Uh-oh. Hey, why are you Jeffrey Epstein, Bannon? That's a little weird. That's suspicious. Who has said that he videotaped hours of interviews in the mansion with Mr. Epstein in 2019. Framed photos of Mr. Bannon, including a mirror selfie snapped by Mr. Epstein, were kept in at least 2 rooms in the mansion. Well, that's cool. Fantastic. Townhouse, stone's throws away from Central Park. Sold to Epstein by Leslie H. Wexner, a.k.a. the dude who fucking owns Victoria's Secret. And for some reason, Epstein was the financier of Wexner, despite the fact that Jeffrey Epstein has no experience with finances at all. And before becoming this super well-connected information broker, financier fucking dude, he was a fucking high school substitute teacher. It's so fucking stupid, man. Dozens of framed prosthetic eyeballs line the entryway. A sculpture of woman wearing a bridal gown and clutching a rope was suspended in the central atrium. That's a little weird. Ground floor dining room. Mr. Epstein entertained a rotating cast of celebrities, academics, politicians, and businessmen. The food could be mundane, nothing more than Chinese takeout. Mr. Allen's note noted, but the events were anything but. Photos saw a show that guests sat in leopard print chairs around a large rectangular table. Occasionally, attendees said in interviews, a magician performed. They got a... Epstein fucking hired a magician. Are these people children or something? What the fuck? Okay, that's a little weird. Sometimes a chalkboard was wheeled out so a guest could sketch a diagram or write a mathematical formula. Epstein preserved a map of Israel drawn on a chalkboard with Mr. Barak's signature, according to a photo by the New York Times. A photo reviewed by the New York Times. Okay, that's a little weird. Oh, there's these are the photos. Is that the Pope? Which Pope is this? Was this like Pope Benedict or something? Who the fuck is this? Who are these people? World's most recognizable people. Wait, Fidel Castro? Oh my god, yeah, that's Fidel Castro. Dude. Yeah, wait, Musk was also there. Dude, this is fucking crazy. John Paul II, Mick Jagger. You go, bro, you got moves like Jagger. Yeah, that's fucking Castro right there. Why would Castro, what are you doing with Jeffrey Epstein, buddy? What's going on there? That's a little weird. Sussy, sussy. Listen. How many fucking, like, wives or some shit did Fidel Castro have or something? That's funny. Musk was also with fucking Jeffrey Epstein. That's crazy. That's so fascinating. Who do we have here? Larry Summers. There's Bill Clinton. That's Richard Branson, right? We got some like some kind of like crown princes here, or some shit. Yacht or something. Who the fuck else do we have here? There's Trump. There's the big man himself. There's Bannon right here. We got Steve Bannon. Dude, that's fucking awesome. That's Melania, right? 2000, future first lady. Yep, that's Melania. This bill. Next to the framed dollar bill was signed by Bill Gates. Yep, of course, we all know Bill Gates was also, well, on the fucking Lolita Express multiple times. Possibly as a payment for a bet. I was wrong. The Microsoft CEO wrote about on George Washington's face. So fucking weird, bro. Upper grand staircase was a paneled office, massive decks, taxidermy tiger, blah blah blah. In the office, according to the photos reviewed by the Times, Mr. Epstein showed a green first edition of Lolita, the 1955 novel in which art and intellectual develops a sexual obsession with a 12-year-old girl and repeatedly rapes her. I wonder why. I wonder why his airplane, his private jet's called the Lolita Express, guys. That's a little on the nose. Oh my fucking lord. Yeah, also, like, Lolita, it's a psychotic fucking book. It's fucking wild, dude. Top of wooden sideboard with more framed photos, including one with Mr. Epstein with Saudi Arabia's crown prince, Mohammed bin Salman. The third floor, Epstein's sanctum. A surveillance camera. Why is there a surveillance camera there? In the bedroom. Well, that's a little weird. Well, that's a little sussy. There's another camera. Why does he have those cameras in the bedroom? No, I can only think of a couple of reasons. Several of Epstein's victims have said the mansion was outfitted with a network of hidden cameras. In the massage room were paintings of naked women, large silver ball and chain, shelves with lubricant. Okay. According to photos reviewed by the Times, Mr. Epstein regularly directed teenage girls, some recruited from middle schools in Queens. From fucking middle schools, bro. He got fucking girls from fucking middle schools, man. It's fucking crazy. I've heard people say the book is critical of the main character's action, but who knows? Yeah, of course. Yeah, baby oral type shit, 1000%. No surveillance cameras were visible in the photos in the massage room. Early connection of letters. Yep, this is the, Trump and Clinton sending those fucking love letters to Jeffrey Epstein, where he signed his fucking name over the girl's pubes, and he wrote, like, a weird fucking limerick. Well, there's the massage room. Oh, no, that's not the massage room. This is his home office, the dumbass tiger. Times reviewed 7 birthday messages given to Mr. Epstein in 2016. In addition to those of Mr. Zuckerman, Mr. Allen, and Mr. Barack, there were letters of the linguist Noam Chomsky and his wife, Jorichi Ito. Chomsky, why are you writing letters to Jeffrey Epstein? There's someone I know who'd be not too happy about this. An entrepreneur whose years would resign from MIT. Oh yeah, you didn't know that Chomsky was he was on the fucking Lolita Express, Boy Meets Minnie. That's old news. He's been on there for a while, and his excuse was really fucking bad. I think I've talked about it before in the past. And the board of the New York Times Company, because of his ties to Mr. Epstein, and Lawrence M. Krauss, a prominent physicist, Martin Nowak, Harvard biologist, contributed to the science-themed poem. Mr. Ito, Dr. Nowak, Mr. Bannon did not respond to requests for comment. Mr. Brock declined to comment. Dr. Chomsky's wife responded on his behalf and declined to comment, of course. Dr. Krauss said he didn't recall the letter, but attended several lunches with very interesting discussions with scientists, authors, and others invited at Mr. Epstein's house. Now, let's be honest here. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein was a guy who just liked talking with people, right? But again, I think this lends a lot more credence to the fact that he's just like an information guy, and he more than likely, I like, because I do think he's some fucking intelligence asset. Like, why is he palling around with all these fucking intellectuals, all these fucking billionaires, all these very, very fucking powerful people? Oh yeah, he had a ton of fucking university professors, he had a ton of fucking economists, physicists, lots of fucking people, lots of really well-known, powerful fucking people, because again, the guy was an information dude. He collected a bunch of information. And I guess, I don't know, if Epstein particularly liked you, he, I guess, would do certain favors for you or some shit. In their typed letter, Mr. Brock and his wife, Neely Pryl, hailed Mr. Epstein as a collector of people. That's certainly a way to put it. Letter concluded, may you enjoy a long and healthy life, and may all of us, your friends, enjoy your table for many years to come. Yeah, that's a little fucking weird. A little sus, a little weird. Jesus Christ. Well, that was quite a fucking a tangent from the thing that we were looking at. Back to the Clintons being subpoenaed, I guess. The letters to each Clinton cites these incidents, as well as other alleged encounters and connections, as reasons for summoning them. Citing flight logs, U.S. media have previously reported Clinton flew on Epstein's jet up to 26 times, occasionally without Secret Service detail. In 2016, a spokesperson for former president knows nothing about the terrible crimes Jeffrey Epstein pleaded guilty to in Florida some years ago, or those with which that he has been recently charged in New York. I'm certain. Clinton Foundation, Bill Clinton's press office did not respond. DOJ had no comment. I'm sure. Committee is seeking all of the department's documents and communications on Epstein and Maxwell relating to referring to human trafficking, exploitation of minors, sexual abuse, or related activity, as well as files from the U.S. criminal cases against Maxwell and Epstein, documents from a 2007 agreement to not prosecute Epstein, and federal investigations into the former financier. It is not immediately clear if individuals named by Comer will appear before the committee, and if they do, whether they will testify publicly. Over the last 200 years, only four other former presidents have received subpoenas from congressional committees, and only 2 provided testimony. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I can't believe they let him on a plane without service. Shaking my head. That's true, Boy Meets Minnie. Notably, the committee investigating the January 6th Capitol riot voted during a televised hearing to subpoena Trump, who then sued to stop it. The subpoena was dropped when the committee disbanded. Yep, that's the whole, like, Jack Smith rigmarole fucking-McGee. And then one of the main fucking reasons, basically, for as to why Trump wanted to get back in office so badly was to, well, have the Jan 6th committee be disbanded. Federal prosecutions charged Epstein with trafficking of minors and other crimes in 2019 during the first Trump administration. Died by suicide in jail. Summer, Pam Bondi, the announced her department after conducting a review found no evidence of the long-rumored client list, which is just false, but whatever. It's just an excuse to deflect. Evidence supported Epstein died by suicide. Well, we know that more than likely, yes, he did die by suicide, but there's about a minute that was edited out. And you can see that in the fucking metadata of the security camera footage, that about a minute was cut out within the security camera, even though, like, Pam Bondi said it's the excuse of, like, oh, it's old equipment. That's just, like, a thing that it does. And it's just like, no, you guys wanted to cut out about a minute of it, and more than likely, what happened in that fucking minute is someone gave Epstein the tools to do the fucking deed, and then he did the fucking deed, and then the camera came back, and he was all of a sudden dead. It's just like, well, that's a little suspicious. That's a little weird. Sparked outrage. Fight amongst House Republicans over the case grew so contentious that Speaker Mike Johnson, sent lawmakers early in July to block a vote over the Epstein Files release. Yes, because they were potentially close at actually releasing the fucking documents. So Mike Johnson as a stooge for Trump, decided to be like, oh, we're just going to adjourn for recess, and because there's normally congressional fucking recess, and hopefully in this 5 or 6 weeks of time, we'll be able to buy enough time to allow the fucking Jeffrey Epstein stuff to die down. That was the whole point of them doing that, because it's a whole fucking scandal. As demands grew for Trump administration to release more Epstein records, the Justice Department recently met Maxwell. Yep, source familiar with the discussions told BBC's U.S. partner CBS News that Maxwell did not implicate Trump when discussing Epstein's misdeeds. More than likely, when Trump's lawyer was interviewing Ghislaine Maxwell, she was probably told, this is my speculation, I'm guessing here, to not talk about Trump, to not fucking implicate Trump whatsoever. Even though, again, with the Wall Street Journal's report, they said, like, no, he was in the fucking files. He's in the fucking files. He is in the fucking files. And that Pam Bondi told them that during, guess what? During May, about 3 fucking months ago. So we know he's in there. It's silly, dude. Trump officials are discussing whether to make the transcript and audio of the interview public. The source told CBS they probably won't. Or they might because of what? To throw some kind of red meat to the base. Justice Department seeking to release grand jury transcripts, which we've talked about before. The grand jury transcripts don't really matter at all, because if they're willing to release it, there's probably nothing really incriminating in there. On Tuesday, Maxwell's lawyer said she opposed the release of the transcripts. Epstein is dead. Ghislaine Maxwell is not. Her lawyers wrote in a filing. Whatever the interest the public may have in Epstein, that interest cannot justify a broad intrusion into grand jury secrecy in a case where the defendant is alive. Her legal options are viable, and her due process rights remain. The BBC has asked for the White House for comment on the subpoenas that they're probably never going to get. Cool. So I guess in terms of the Epstein saga at this point, now we are getting former powerful Democrats and a bunch of heads of justice departments being thrown into subpoenas. More than likely, and this is my sort of idea here, this is more than likely because of the fact that they want to know what the fuck is going on in the fucking files, and also probably talk to them about, like, hey, just why did you not release the files during your tenure as either the heads of FBI or the Justice Department? Just curious. Why didn't you release the Epstein files? Because you guys have had it for decades at this point. It's been an investigation that's been going on for about, 20 fucking years at this point? It was opened in 2003, I believe, during the Bush administration. So about 22 years since it's been opened. More than likely, they want to get some kind of an information for us to what the fuck is going on. So that's cool. That's good. That's great that we may be getting Hillary and Bill Clinton. Okay, not to try to defend Hillary Clinton, because fuck it, just subpoena her. Who cares? I don't know. Was Hillary on the fucking Lolita Express? Bill was on there for sure. He probably was also on the fucking island. So subpoena him makes sense. I'm still a little lost about Hillary Clinton. I'm not sure why her specifically. Maybe she knows something about what happened during the time with the Lolita Express and all this bullshit. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only question mark I have in my head is okay, Bill Clinton makes sense. Hillary? That one I don't know. That one I just don't know. I would like a little bit more information on that one personally. That's about it for those two. And all the other heads of the FBI and stuff like that. I also hope she throws him under the bus, because that would be really, really funny. And he Bill Clinton would fucking deserve it, especially with all the shit with Monica fucking Lewinsky. Absolutely, he fucking deserves it. Yeah, that's the only question mark that I have in my head. Why Hillary? Which makes me think are they just doing this to play politics, and the Democrats are just fuck it, whatever. Just go along with it, because we may get something out of all these other former DOJ heads and former heads of the FBI and attorneys general about something that's going on with the fucking Epstein files. So I think that's perfectly fair, to be honest. So yeah, I'm okay with this. Fuck it. I mean, if Hillary Clinton decides to throw Bill Clinton onto the fucking bus, that would be the best, and it'd be really, really funny. Well, allegedly this is gonna happen on October the 14th. So that's not. That's like a while from now. That's about a month and a half or something. No, it's about 2 months. No, it's about 2 months. We'll see what happens when it fucking happens. But that'll be very interesting to see. But yeah, it's certainly accelerating, I guess, that the House Oversight Committee is now going ahead with a fucking subpoena to try to learn something. Now, obviously, it's better if the bills went through, but again, Congress is not currently in fucking session, so I guess this is like the second best thing, I suppose. I'm still trying to understand why the Republicans on the House Oversight Committee are going along with this, like James Comer. Why is he fucking going along with this? I mean, we know about Tim Burchett's whole thing saying that he knows that she's a liar, she being Ghislaine Maxwell, that, yeah, she's a liar, she can't be trusted, but, hey, if she's gonna say something to curtail her sentence, then, maybe we'll fucking get something out of it politically, is what he literally fucking said. So, that's cool, that's great, but, yeah, I'm very interested to see how exactly this will fucking, play out. Yeah, I think that, well, I agree with that, Alex. Yeah, they think that this can sink Clinton, which I don't understand why they think that this can sink Clinton. Like, they're already sunk. Nobody likes Bill Clinton, and Hillary Clinton's not gonna fucking participate in a race for the presidency, I don't think, ever again. Like, that's not fucking happening. And it's more than likely to try to throw the scent off of Trump. Quite literally. So I suppose they also have, like, Jeff Sessions and Bill Barr in there, just for the express purpose of also making it look like they can get Trump to give something to the fucking Democrats. But maybe there's, like, some politics that are being played there that I'm just not 100% aware of. That's my guess. There's some kind of, like, sussy shit going on there, I think, in terms of, like, politics that are leading to, specifically those guys being sent subpoenas. Yeah, but it's dangerous and they're stupid. That's true. Like, James Comer and Tim Burchett are fucking idiots. That's a good fucking point there, Alex. They are very, very fucking stupid. But yeah, I guess we're getting some form of, like, movement forward with the Epstein Files specifically. So I guess that's good to see, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what the Clintons may have to say, and all these, like, former attorney generals heads may have to say, more than likely they're going to be asked questions more than likely why they didn't fucking release any of the files, is my suspicion. So, yeah, we'll see what happens when this happens in about 2 months, I guess. Maybe, like, maybe the bill will also, like, go through, because, again, as soon as, like, Congress comes back to session, the House comes back, of course, what's more than likely going to happen is people are going to start demanding, like Ro Khanna has said, like, he's going to fit in his fucking amendment to release the Epstein Files in, like, every single bill that he fucking can. So, well, we'll see. The pressure is mounting, and eventually, like, something's going to give away. That's, like, the real fucking question. And like I've been saying, Democrats should just keep up the pressure. Just keep it up. Just keep talking about it. Just do, like, the media circuit or whatever, and just, like, yell about why, like, Trump isn't releasing the fucking Epstein Files that he promised to release, because that's the real root cause and problem for us to why this is even fucking happening. Trump made a fucking really stupid, idiotic promise, and now he is sowing on that fucking idiotic promise. So, reaping and sowing, actions of your consequences, yada yada kind of a deal. But honestly, if it means that it takes down a bunch of, like, dipshit fucking pedophiles, then hey, I'm all for it. Don't think there's really much else to say besides that, to be honest.